kind of like, what's the plan with that, right? Because I mean, with that kind of money, you guys got some shit up your sleeve, right? Like you're building something.
They're building
more.
a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really speak too much on what we're building, but I can say that OTHERSIDE is a huge passion project here now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's an incredibly ambitious project.
It's ridiculously ambitious.
Is there anything you could tell us about the goals for that?
I mean, it's just kind of like we were saying earlier, like the idea of growing up and playing these like in these virtual worlds, like World of Warcraft, these other things, that was like the original metaverse. It wasn't like kind of like what Meta's going out there with. We're like, you're in a conference room and you have no legs and you're hanging out or whatever. It was like, no, you're just like playing a game and you're meeting people that you would have deep relationships with for years. And if you can recreate some of those spaces, but have more ownership of your assets within them, if there's decentralized ways for people to like contribute to them, like the best stuff that's come out of games in the past 20 years is a lot of it's like mods and stuff that comes from the ground up. And then those same people are like, oh, smash subscribe to my YouTube or donate to my Patreon or whatever. There's no way for them to monetize that within the platform itself. They're just like asking for handouts for the good that they did. So blockchain offers like a more permissionless way to like align incentives, reward people for work they're doing on a platform rather than, this Patreon model. And I think it'll disrupt a lot of things that are happening out there where like, Apple takes 30% of everything that gets made on the App Store. Roblox takes a ton. Minecraft takes a ton. Like, if you can be less greedy on that front and encourage more content, then the creators will flock there. And your mode is just that this is where the party's at.
So is OTHERSIDE, do you think, like the main focus right now?
No, I think it's evenly distributed, frankly.
It's kind of where everything comes together, though.
It is.
We have teams working on all the brands, and that's what we're really trying to do is like,
So is it kind of like it's like a metaverse, like a game and like a marketplace? Is that like
we're going to be building out a game on OTHERSIDE, but no, I would view it more as a platform.
As a platform.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could think of it like NFT Roadblocks, but just that looks better.
Right. Yeah, I always felt that depiction of like the metaverse, like how they're showing it on like Facebook and all the viral things you see is that quite accurate to what metaverse is?
Yeah, like metaverse comes from like there was a sci-fi novel called Snow Crash. And then the other way that it became kind of popularized was from Ready Player One. I don't know if you guys read the book or saw the movie. Yeah, and both of those visions were fairly dystopian, I think. And it was this idea that like, we're going to exist in virtual worlds in the future, right? Like that's like that's like kind of the end point of the internet to one degree or another. And I do think that is fairly the end point of the internet maybe, or at least the next evolution of it. But it doesn't have to be dystopian. It doesn't have to be weird. It doesn't have to be like we're sending our kids to like, online metaverse school and they're plugging in 15 years with Neuralink or whatever. So. Like, it doesn't have to be that. It could be something like, again, within the ethos of Bored API Club, it could be egalitarian. It could be fun. It could be primarily a platform for experimentation and games. So we kind of have this sort of like moral obligation in the back of our heads that's like, okay, we can be at the forefront of this thing to one degree or another, taking what we learned from MMORPGs and online communities and build something that helps shape what the metaverse becomes in the future, kind of like set the ground rules here. It's like, no. We're not going to say that a 40% rake on secondary sales is acceptable. We're saying, something like more like 2.5 or 5% is acceptable. And make the focus on fun rather than, let's go, live our entire lives digitally.
That's so interesting. That shit's going to be huge.
Yeah.
You guys own a bunch of land in the metaverse already? Crazy.
Yeah. That was part of the goal here is like, this is a platform. And so we want to be able to incentivize, frankly, other big game companies, other people that are coming to us who want to build on this platform. Like, how do we get them invested into it? And so unlike with BAYC, we did reserve more NFTs for this than.